Welcome to Fairy Tales You Shouldn't Read, the stories that whisper something familiar, then lead you somewhere strange. Here, heroes don't always make the right choice. Goodness gets tired, and magic comes with a twist. Get comfortable. It's time to begin. The Candle Who Wanted to Light Everyone. In a cozy little house where the floor creaked softly from old memories and the tea always smelled of mint, there lived a candle, just a regular wax candle, white with a gentle flame and a round, kind wick. She stood on the kitchen table and quietly lit up the evenings. She gave her light to books, bowls of porridge, and the cat, who always lay beside her and purred as if to say, "Thank you." So cozy, said Mom every time she lit the candle. Told you, candles are warmth, grumbled Dad, though he was the one who always forgot to turn off the ceiling light. Light! Light! Shouted the little brother, jumping around the table until someone finally calmed him down. The candle glowed without complaint. She loved it, loved being useful. And, truth be told, she was a little proud that she could create magic with just her tiny flame. But one evening, Grandpa came up to her. "Hey there, little one. Could you light up the attic for me? The bulb's gone out again, and I need to find that old binoculars I hid back in '87. "Of course," cried the candle, flaring a bit brighter. She was carefully carried up the stairs to a place full of cobwebs, dust, and a box labelled, "Do not touch, except me." After returning from the attic, the candle dreamed of resting back on her familiar table. But then, "Oh no, someone left their slippers on the porch," called Mom. "It's too dark to see anything. Candle, would you come with me?" "Sure," the candle answered, and once again she was off, this time into the chilly evening air. Once the slippers were found, behind the potted parsley, her flame was barely holding on. But before she could take a breath, another voice came. "Candle!" called someone from under the bed. "My golden button rolled away, the fancy one. I've been searching for half an hour. Please shine some light." "I'll be quick. Just a minute," whispered the candle as she hopped to the floor. That night she visited under the bed, the spoon drawer, and even the bathroom when the power went out and someone urgently needed to find their toothbrush. Her flame flickered, tired and shaky, but not once did she say no. Because giving light, that's good, right? The next evening, the candle was lit once again. She wasn't as tall as before. A little thinner, a little more tired, but she still shone just as brightly. "I'm ready," she cried. "Who lost a button today? Who needs help finding glasses in the wardrobe? Should I light up the doorbell, just in case someone doesn't see it?" "Meow," came a familiar sound from the chair. It was the cat, wise, plump, and always slightly sarcastic. "Candle," he purred, stretching lazily. "Maybe you should rest a little?" "Rest?" The candle blinked in surprise. "But I'm light. I was made to shine." "Light is good," sighed the cat, curling into a ball. "But even the sun sets, and you haven't paused for yourself in 3 days now." "But I need to be useful. Isn't that the whole point of me?" "And then what?" the cat murmured softly. "You'll burn out, vanish. And then who will warm me when I nap on the windowsill? Who will make the kitchen cozy when everyone's too quiet?" The candle paused for a second, but then she noticed the room looked a little dim. Mum was reading by a flickering lamp. "See? It's not bright enough, I'll help." But she didn't ask. The cat tried to protest, but it was too late. The candle was already leaping onto the nightstand, casting her glow with pride. Then, to the bathroom, because Dad went in and hadn't turned on the light yet. Then, to the front door because someone rang the bell. Then to the kitchen because someone opened the fridge. And what if something in there needed light? The cat watched silently from the windowsill. "She'll burn out," he whispered. But the candle kept shining. For everyone, everywhere. Even when no one noticed her efforts anymore, because when you're the light, you can't stop, right? But in her flame, a faint trembling flicker appeared. The shadows in the corners no longer ran away. They slowly crept in, wrapping around her like a heavy blanket. The next day, the candle slept the whole day through. She snored with soft, waxy snores, occasionally twitching as if she was still trying to shine for someone in her dreams. Only a small lump of wax was left of her, with a tiny little wick barely sticking out. As the sun began to dip below the horizon, the candle woke up and glanced at herself in horror. "Oh no," she whispered. I'm so tiny. I can barely even be lit." She looked at the cat, who was sitting nearby, carefully licking his paw. "Kitty, I think I've burned out." The cat set his paw down and padded closer. "Well, finally you said it yourself. You need help now. But I'm used to helping, not asking." "And being the light," said the cat, "doesn't mean you must always shine alone. True bright things know when it's time to rest. This is your time. Let someone else take care of you, just for a while." The candle sighed and nodded quietly. The cat gently took her in his teeth, made a few noble circuits around the room, past Dad, past the plant, past the Lego pile, and finally arrived at Mom, who was rummaging through a drawer. "Meow," he said, nudging the candle gently with his nose. "Oh," Mom gasped. "She's almost gone. Poor thing. She shone so much, and we didn't even notice how she burned out." She carefully picked up the remains of the candle, warm and soft, like a tired hero after a long adventure. "It's okay. I know what to do with you," she said, heading to the kitchen with determined steps. The cat marched behind her with great dignity, supervising to make sure everything was according to plan. Half an hour later, wax was melting in a little metal bowl. Mom gently poured it into a new mold, an old teacup with a handle that no one had used in years. "Perfect," she said, placing a new wick in the center. And when the new candle cooled and was lit again, the flame was just as warm and familiar, but calmer somehow. "I'm shining again," the candle whispered. "But I remember what it feels like when there's almost nothing left of me." "Which is why," the cat nodded, settling down beside her. "Today you're going to shine for yourself too." Evening arrived slowly, as if it was waiting for the candle to get ready. She stood in her new spot, a charming cup with little flowers under a cozy lampshade that shielded her from drafts. Instead of leaping into the flames of heroism, she stretched her wick gently and said, "Tonight, I'm on a light-duty shift. No overtime. I'll shine, but on schedule." The cat, napping nearby, opened one eye. "And coffee in bed, please." "Very funny," the candle huffed. "I just understand now. If I burn out, no one will replace me like a battery, and wax isn't an infinite resource." At that moment, Mom came in with a book and sat down beside her. "So, shall we work together tonight?" she asked. "Of course," said the candle. "But if I suddenly start dashing off to light up the pantry, the toilet, or even the cat's emotional baggage, please stop me. Deal. And if you start to burn out again, tell me. I've got wax ready." Mom smiled. "You're like a wellness center for my soul," the candle said warmly. The cat, still with one eye closed, grumbled. "Then I'm the safety technician, with full access to inspect your temperament." And in the quiet of the evening, the candle shone, softly, calmly, without strain. When Mom closed her book, the candle went out instantly. No drama, no smoke. Inside each of us lives a little candle. She wants to be needed, to light up the dark corners of other people's lives, to climb into every attic, illuminate every closet, read minds, give hugs at 3 a.m. She burns and believes it's her noble mission. But here's the trap. If you shine for everyone, everywhere, without noticing you're almost gone, one day you'll be left with just a wick and a big question. Where did I go? The candle in our story realized this in time. Now she's not a burnout hero, but a light balance pro. She's got a recovery plan, a personal cat inspector, and a mom with emergency wax. Remember, even the brightest flame will go out if not tended to. You don't have to be the lighthouse for the whole universe. Sometimes it's enough to be a warm glow on someone's table and to have someone nearby who wraps you in a napkin when you're tired. That's it for today. The tale was a little too strange, a little too close to the truth. But you know, every story dreams of being read. And maybe you were meant to hear this one. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe to the podcast, and drop a comment. Somewhere out there, another story is waiting, and it can't wait to be heard.